After an eternity of being perpetually stuck on a single version of the game, the time has finally come for the update episode of World Update. I don't have any sort of time lapse for you guys today, but I do have a cinematic towards the end of the video, so I hope you will stick around for that. Here we are in the world, still in 1.12. I wanted to get some stuff taken care of first and such before we go ahead and update, and one of those things is to just kind of go over the state of the world at this point. Firstly, I wanted to touch on and of the key resources I've collected thus far. I still have my shulker box full of diamond ore that I mined in World Update 5. I don't really have many emeralds, but I got some emerald ore. I do have some lapis lazuli, some I guess, and some lapis lazuli ore. Redstone I got quite a lot of, and honestly, even though I got a location for double witch huts, and at some point I do know I want to build a witch farm, it's kind of a low priority, and you can definitely see why that is the case. When it comes to gold, my supply is not really that great. I got a little bit, but at some point a gold farm will probably be in order. Iron, of course, I got a lot of this since I've stocked up a bunch of shulker boxes full of iron and some more over at the spawn chunks. Oh, and I do have some iron ore. I also have a lot of coal, as I have not really been using it for smelting stuff, but instead lava buckets for my little mini 4-furnace super smelter here. Oh, and the gunpowder farm, I currently have it turned off. I've actually had it turned off for quite some while because, as you can see, got a whole load of gunpowder right there. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's even more. But wait, there's even more. And yeah, we got a little bit more up there too. So at this point, I think I'm okay on gunpowder. I am considering maybe modifying the farm. Like if I take out the iron trap doors, I can make it a general mob farm for everything but spiders. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do that in the future, but at the same time I don't really have a need to. And of course I've stocked up on pumpkins and before we update, since they'll all be converted to carved pumpkins. Yeah, and I kind of have a lot of slime as well. And all of this kind of highlights a sort of weird issue I have in my world, in that I have so many of some resources that I've just entirely skipped out on building some farms. Like, you know, a never ceiling gold end of a zombie pigman XP farm, gold plus XP farm. I haven't built that yet in this world, and I kind of don't really need to. Yeah, I don't have a lot of gold here, but I don't really need a lot of gold right now either. And basically, my gold supply is going to be satisfied when I eventually build a general never wither skeleton farm. Of course, before updating, I have stocked up on a whole load of shulker shells. I'm thinking this will probably do me. Yeah, this will be fine. And this is my dragon egg supply, which now that, you know, in newer versions you can't break bedrock with dragon eggs, I have no clue what I could do with all of these. They're basically useless. Down here I have done a little bit more mining in between episodes, not that much, just clearing out some of these chunks down here and making way for stuff in the future, in the far future down here. But anyways guys, that's it. This world's ready to be updated to 1.14 right now, except one thing. At this time, because of the exploration I've done in this world, it is 2 gigabytes in size, and in future I would like to be able to offer world downloads, and obviously it'd be advantageous to get the world file size as small as possible. Also, over this direction we have an ocean, and it's of course a 1.12 ocean. I would love to have the update aquatic features near me. I would love to have the village and pillage features near me. So what I'm going to be doing is pruning my world with MC Edit, so that way I can get all the new features nearby my base. So how about we jump on over to MC Edit. Here we are inside MC Edit, and I got my world loaded up here, and I got a piece of paper with a bunch of coordinates of places and areas I want to save. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. First and foremost, we want to keep my base, obviously. I'm trying to make the selection in such a way that it won't make any obvious chunk borders where basically trees get cut in half and such. So because of that, I'm keeping my jungle down here rather than regenerating it. It does mean I won't have any bamboo in it, so which is kind of sucks because I like that. But if I want bamboo in my jungle, I'll probably just have to manually plant some. And yeah, I tried to line this up with rivers and, to where it, and in other areas where there's no trees or whatever that could make obvious chunk boundaries. But anyways, there's our base of operations saved right there. Of course, I'm going to want to keep my spawn chunks. There isn't really much beyond them that I really need to keep. I'll keep this village off to the side here so it doesn't do any funky stuff where it regenerates or whatever. And of course keep my temporary villager breeder, which has my mending villager there currently. So obviously we want to save that. I'm going to want to keep my mushroom biome since I've done a bunch of bedrock breaking in this area for a future and a peaceful mob farm. A long time ago I ventured out to find a woodland mansion. I could regenerate it, but I'd like to just leave it there since they're so rare, and I don't want to go off raiding it again since I already got a Never Tunnel there and such. What I certainly don't want to keep is all of these chunks that I generated when I went off to find it. So, yeah, there's no reason why to keep all of these. It just adds to the world size. I'm never going to do anything in these chunks. So, just keep a little area here for the woodland mansion, and that'll be good. Not too far away from my base, I have a small village and that I got some stuff set up at. I don't really have much of anything there. I've moved all my animals there, of course. So my dogs, my cats, my horses, they're all in this village here and for safekeeping because a bunch of entities around the base is kind of bad for lag and such. So obviously I want to keep these. I did start using this place as a bit of a sand quarry, but I didn't really mind that much, and I'd like to just go ahead and let that regenerate. May as well. On the other hand, my real sand quarry will be kept. Now this part is pretty important. Right up here is my dual witch huts. Between 1.12 and 1.14, witch hut generation has ever so slightly changed to where the locations of witch huts where they spawn change. So if I were to regenerate this up here, I would not get double witch huts. So I definitely want to make sure I save this, especially considering that even with the new generation, I did look in a mist, even with the new generation, this will still be the closest double witch huts in our world. The end portal location that I used to duplicate dragon eggs and shulker shells will be same. Much like witch huts, dungeon generation position has changed between 1.12 and 1.14, so I want to keep my dual accelerate spawners, even though I don't have any plans to do anything with them. It's just a cool part of my world. I'd like to keep it, so I'm going to keep it. My mesa quarry and the 3,000 block long tunnel I dug with my TNT tunnel bore to help me mine all those diamonds you saw earlier. I am definitely keeping all of this. I'm keeping the tunnel. I'm keeping the tunnel bore machine. You can actually kind of see it here and with the faint red icons. Those are for entities, and you can see them all on a line. Those are for the minecarts for the TNT dupers. It actually turns out that thing ends up I thought it was just going to be completely non-functional in future versions. It turns out you can actually update the TNT dupers to work in the latest version of the game. So I may do that and run it some more in the future if I so desire. But for now, I think I'll just let it sit and, keep all the tunnel that I've dug. I won't be pruning anything in my Nether, but my goodness, this does look pretty cool in MC Edit, I must say. Lastly is the end, and this one is just super simple. All I want to keep is the end island and my enderman farm. Everything else can go. Here we are. Finally, in Minecraft 1.14. First things first, we're going to want to optimize this world. And of course, erase the cache data. Let's go. Upgrade complete. We only got one last thing to do. Let's go. I can't believe it. After all this time, we're finally here. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all later. Bye.